In the sleepy town of Ravens Hollow, there stood an old Victorian house, abandoned and decaying. Its once grand facade now surrendered to nature's grasp, with ivy snaking up its cracked walls and windows boarded from within. The townsfolk spoke in hushed whispers about the house, claiming it was haunted by the restless spirits of its tragic past. One stormy evening, for intrepid friends, driven by curiosity and the prospect of revealing the house's secrets, decided to document their experience for social media. Sarah, the skeptic, Mike, the thrill seeker, Lisa, the historian, and James, the tech-savvy cameraman, armed themselves with 4K cameras and paranormal detection equipment. As they approached the ominous structure, the air grew thick with foreboding. Inside, the atmosphere was suffocating. Shadows clung to the corners, and the sound of rain hitting the roof echoed through the empty halls. Sarah brushed off the creeping fear, urging the others to press on. They split into pairs to cover more ground. Sarah and James headed for the library, while Mike and Lisa explored the basement. The library, with its cobweb-draped shelves and rotting books, seemed the perfect setting for a ghost story. As James filmed, Sarah began to hear whispers, too faint to make out. Dismissing it as her mind playing tricks, she continued searching. Unexpectedly, an old diary fell from a high shelf, its pages yellowed with age. Meanwhile, in the basement, Mike's bravado faltered. The air was colder here, and the darkness felt alive. Lisa, fascinated by the remnants of an old wine cellar, stumbled upon a hidden doorway. Beyond it, an underground tunnel beckoned them. With the camera recording, they ventured in. In the library, Sarah's demeanor changed as she read the diary aloud. It told the harrowing story of a family trapped in the house, each member meeting a gruesome fate. As Sarah's voice echoed, the whispers grew louder, more insistent. James noticed the temperature dropping on his thermal camera and a figure materializing behind Sarah. She turned, but the apparition vanished. In the tunnel, Mike and Lisa discovered a series of crude carvings on the walls, depicting rituals and eerie symbols. They followed the tunnel to a secret chamber, where an altar stood at its center, surrounded by skeletal remains. The cameraman captured everything as the room's energy shifted ominously. Suddenly, the walls began to close in, forcing them to retreat. Mike's flashlight flickered, plunging them into darkness. Panic set in, and they scrambled back the way they came. In the library, a chilling scream pierced the air, freezing Sarah and James in their tracks. They sprinted towards the sound, reuniting with Mike and Lisa near the basement stairs. Breathless and terrified, they agreed to leave immediately. But as they reached the front door, it slammed shut on its own. The house groaned, as if awakening from a long slumber. The walls whispered their names, and shadows danced with malevolent intent. Their cameras, still recording, documented their final moments of horror. Trapped and desperate, the friends' attempts to escape grew frantic. The spirits of the house, angered by the intrusion, manifested fully. Faces twisted with rage and anguish appeared in every reflection, every shadow. Sarah's skepticism shattered as she was pulled into the darkness, her screams mingling with the ghostly whispers. One by one, the friends were claimed by the house, their fates sealed within its cursed walls. The footage, later discovered by search parties, was uploaded to YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, sparking fear and fascination. The legend of the haunted house in Ravens Hollow became an internet sensation, forever immortalized in 4K detail. The whispering walls continued to haunt the town's nightmares, a chilling reminder of the secrets that should never be uncovered.